In this video, I'm going to be explaining the 5 different types of audio files that humans still transcribe better than AI. And by the end of it, I'm actually going to explain why AI doing 100% of our transcription work in every single industry, in every single use case is still a number of years away. But before then, for those of you who don't know me, I'm James Nguyen. I'm the CEO and founder of Inflection Transcribe. We transcribe thousands and thousands of human-edited transcripts every single month. And our clients include unicorns in the tech space, in the finance space, as well as others. I'm going to explain at a very high level, essentially how AI transcription works and how we get really accurate transcription. We look at AI in general as an algorithm that is recognizing patterns. In the same way AI being able to recognize that an image of a cat is a cat, it has to have been trained and given millions and millions and millions of photos where those photos are saying, hey, this photo is of a cat, this might be a black cat, this might be a white cat, etc. And then it starts to build up its understanding and build up its quote unquote intelligence to discern whether a photo is a cat. So specific to transcription, the sort of training data that it needs is actual transcripts. It needs audio, and then that audio needs to be labeled, i.e. transcribed, to say that, I'm saying the word cat and the audio waves coming through, like this is associated with the word cat, right? And obviously, there's millions of words in the dictionary, and there's also multiple languages. You can think about the sort of training data and how big that training data actually has to be in order to create a very, very accurate transcription platform. So if we're looking at the 2 different types of audio, I'm going to be simplistic. We're going to go into more nuance, right? We're going to have audio that has very large data sets that have been trained on. These are things that are clear audio, single speaker, potentially very straightforward accents. And obviously that's all going to be relative, but a big subset of the training data for English transcription is based on US accents. The smaller the data set, the less accurate the AI. AI performs well on things it's been trained on. You can trust AI transcription more. AI performs badly on types of audio it has not been trained on, therefore you can trust it less. In those situations, using a human plus AI, that's going to be the most cost efficient, the most accurate, and the most efficient workflow. So we're going to get straight into it. Here are the 5 different types of audio files that humans right now are still beating AI in terms of transcription. So number 1 is bad audio. And the main reason, if we go back to datasets, what percentage of the millions of audio hours that these AI transcription platforms are trained on include these bad background noises. There's a number of different things that the more advanced transcription workflows will do, which is around audio enhancement. So if bad audio quality is an issue, being able to remove the bad audio quality is a big part of how you can improve AI accuracy at the very least. But you think about this, all of the muffling, imagine people are speaking over each other and speaking very loudly, like all of these different things, this level of distortion becomes unbelievably problematic for an AI. It's not able to recognize that because you go back to the data sets, how much of that data set is trained on people who are speaking unbelievably close to a microphone that is not a good microphone, that's very loud, or have background noise, or have honking in the background. So there's bad audio quality. Having a human in the loop is very, very important. Human in the loop essentially means a human working with AI. So in this situation, bad audio, very, very problematic. The best process here to use the augmented workflow is using AI to enhance audio quality perhaps, as well as an AI using the transcription, and then a human being able to listen in and correct this, what we call in the industry a raw transcript, be able to correct this raw transcript. Humans are able to slow this down, go over it, re-listen, go over, re-listen, go over, re-listen. AI transcription obviously can't do that. So if you're looking for a very accurate, perfect transcript, that's the first one that humans are still beating AI in. The second one is accents. There's so many different ways that a single word can be pronounced that even though the language is English, that can be very problematic for an AI. There's so many different ways that AI can be essentially misled here with accents. There could be non-native speakers as well. The AI might be looking for certain patterns of ways, not only ways people pronounce words, but, words adjacent to it, right? And so, making educated guesses based on words adjacent to it. But if we're listening to a non-native speaker, they might not be constructing sentences in the exact way that the AI might be predicting based on its training set. So in this case, how are humans operating in the loop? What is the best workflow? It's again, the AI creates the raw transcript. A human would go in and do the human workflow. This is how transcription is done in the modern era. The AI does the first raw transcript, The humans then listen to that transcript and then they're able to re-listen. Humans are needed for the types of audio where you're going to have to re-listen because you can't catch it immediately. Number 3 is multiple speakers. Imagine you're on the phone, you get really excited about something and like mid-question, you're starting to answer it. You're speaking over the other person as far as the AI is concerned. I was only talking about conversation of 2. What about a group call? What about a court hearing where there's multiple people? Now it becomes really problematic for a few reasons. Crosstalk is one of them, but even more difficult for the AI, or I don't know about more difficult, but just as difficult for the AI is the idea of identifying the speakers. So that's number 3, multiple speakers. So number 4 is related to style guide requirements. So style guide, you can think of it more like formatting. It might be the ways in which sentences are constructed, ways in which you've been advised or a transcriptionist has been advised to deal with false starts or stutters. There's something in the industry called strict verbatim where you want every and and repetition of a word. You want every word spoken to be preserved in the written output of a transcript. Then you have something called a clean verbatim, right? So maybe I say transcription is good. See that pause there? Clean verbatim, I would clean that up, right? That pause would be removed and you only keep what is material in terms of the meaning and the intent of a transcript that is known as clean verbatim. So that's a style guide requirement. Another style guide requirement could be, I want this exported in a Word doc where no paragraph is more than 150 words. Or in the legal industry, I want 25-line formatting, right? So every page has to adhere to a certain format. These variations in requirements, AI will find difficult to do. Because a number of things, first of all, being able to recognize what the requirements are, understand the requirements, and then being able to apply that across the transcript is hard, right? And because AI is really trained on understanding what the audio is saying, it's not necessarily trained on formatting the end product. That's when a human transcriber is generally needed. So what's the best workflow? Human plus AI. AI does the raw transcript. You can start to see the trend here. AI does the raw transcript. Humans come in, they edit that transcript. However, they also do that added step that AI can't currently do, which is going ahead and formatting it in the way that the client actually requires. So that is that. That is number 4, which is style guide requirements. Lucky last, the 5th type of audio file that humans are currently better than AI. And I say currently because who knows with how quickly the industry is going. Number 5, industry terminology. So there are specialists in the legal space, in the medical space, in the finance space. There's levels of specialization. Now, industry terminology specific to a type of vertical, a type of topic, that might be problematic for an AI. If you, again, go back to the data set, there may have been 10 million audio hours that an ASR technology has been trained on. However, there's not to say all 10 million of those hours are necessarily all related to finance or all related to legal. Being able to transcribe that, verify that, that's essentially what a human does. A human will go ahead and verify. Being able to cross-check that and verify that the AI is correct, that's the role of a human transcriptionist in the modern day. A human transcriptionist is essentially a combination of an editor and a researcher and a proofreader. And to do all of those things at once, that is what an AI can't do with 100% confidence. Humans need to verify what the AI has done. If the AI gets better, it doesn't mean that the humans aren't required, okay? Because even though the AI gets better, humans are still needed in the loop. So those are the 5 things that AI currently can't do with 100% accuracy. Is AI going to replace a lot of human transcriptions? Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, we're talking things that don't matter, where lives aren't on the line for the accuracy of the transcription. AI will most likely be taking over all of those use cases. That segment of the market, I expect to be automated. We're talking about a deposition where an actual court case may be on the line. We're talking about in a medical scenario where a diagnosis may have a material impact if the transcription is wrong. Those sorts of scenarios, what you're really paying for a human transcriptionist is the human stamp of approval. In those sorts of situations, we're needing that level of granularity, that level of accuracy. I don't anticipate AI supplanting those use cases in the next 3 to 5 years. And the main reason for that is not necessarily how good is the AI going to get, it's how quickly are those industries going to accept with full confidence that the AI is all that they need. So if any of this is interesting to you, at Inflection Transcribe, we do thousands of audio hours every single day. Head to inflectiontranscribe.com. That's inflection with an X. Link is in the bio. I will be putting out a lot more of content like this to dispel and debunk the myths of what's actually happening in the transcription industry. I'll see you on the next video. Thank you so much.